Man, this is going to be a lot of work.
Yeah, we've got like 160 more acres here, James.
Oh, these roots are deep too.
Do you think there's any way that we're not going about this the right way?
There's got to be a better way to terminate cover crops than this.
Who would know something? You know, I've got this guy. He's an agronomist with Landus Co-op. Pretty helpful guy. Ryan Albers. Should I give him a buzz?
You should call him, definitely.
If nothing else, maybe he's got an axe.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, Ryan. We're trying to kill some cover crops here and struggling. You come over and tell us what we're doing wrong? Cool. Thanks.
Welcome to Iowa Cover Crops' first web series, and we are calling it Under the Covers. About a month ago, you saw Bill and I do a polar plunge, and we had these really nice lawn chairs. And so we're just going to segue off of our polar plunge and start our web series called Under the Covers.
Yeah, episode 1, Terminating Cover Crops. James and I obviously don't know what we're doing, so we call in the professional, Ryan Albers, Landus agronomist here out of Baird and Yale. So, yeah, Ryan, what were we doing wrong?
Well, the methods you were using are going to take you an eternity to get the cover crops killed here, and you're probably not going to get a very good kill anyway, because you're just going to uproot them, they're going to reroot and regrow.
Yep. Yeah, so like just to put in context, we're sitting in Bill's, what's this, corn last year, Bill?
This was beans.
Beans. So this is beans last year. Did you fly on covers?
This
What'd
was
you do?
flown on, yep, about 1.5 bushels, I believe, of rye.
And the stand looks really good. It's a really good stand here, and you've been grazing your cows.
Yeah, cows have been working on it for a month or two here, and they're out calving on it right now and keeping those calves clean and healthy, so it's been working out great this year.
So is this kind of a stand that you see pretty normal in your professional career of cover crops?
Yeah, I mean, cover crops are definitely taking off. You see a lot more of them in our general area, and it seems like the ones that are flowing on, you see a lot better, a lot quicker establishment of stand. The drilling is starting to take off pretty heavy now. So I anticipate with next week's warm weather, we'll see some real growth out of that stuff.
Yep.
Sure.
So how would you treat this field, Ryan?
So I would come in, one thing we always look for is overnight temperatures. So you take your daytime highs and your lows and you add them together, and if they equal 120 degrees for the day before you're spraying and the day you do spray, that's when you want to go and hit that with a quart of glyphosate and a strong surfactant package.
All right. Say you don't spray, can you mechanically tear this thing up?
You could mechanically do it, but you don't see very good results, again, because if you get a rain after you do it, it's going to reroot and regrow, and you're going to have a mess on your hands.
Yeah, gosh, that rye is tough, isn't it?
Yes.
It just doesn't want to die.
Right.
What if, say, I'm thinking about putting a little nitrogen on, and I think I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, just spray and do that same time?
It's not a good idea. So we've tried that before in the early days of cover crop and had really terrible results. So there's some antagonism between the 32 and Roundup, where you burn the leaf tissue of the grass, and it doesn't take the Roundup in, doesn't kill the rye, and it ends up regrowing eventually.
Okay. That is really good to know, because we want our customers not only to have a great establishment, but if they don't get it terminated, we don't want to have any yield consequences. So that's really good to know.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of like wait 10 days to 2 weeks before planting corn.
Yeah, that's kind of the general rule of thumb. We've seen people try and plant green and come in early, and with varying levels of success. I mean, it's that 2 weeks is generally what you want to wait, especially if we're going into corn.
Okay.
Well, awesome. Well, thanks for the great advice, Ryan. And if you have any questions, either reach out to us or talk to your local agronomist. Anything more we can?
I don't think so. So just to recap, using the axe is not the way to do it.
You do you, but I wouldn't.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming out and helping us out here.
Yeah, thanks for having me on your initial episode of Under the Covers. I feel honored.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.